Maple, where are you? I could have swore you were in this room. Where are you, Maple? Where are you? What? How did you get up there? Yokoso peeps, it's Oz. It's been a long time since the Advent calendar videos. I'd like to apologize because, once again, I've become internetless. I think it's a curse I've gotten since I've been in Hokkaido. See, when I first got to Hokkaido in August, I didn't have internet for about 3 weeks because I moved into the new apartment. Actually, I wouldn't call it new apartment. It was a very old, maybe 40-year-old jet subsidized Board of Education apartment. Anyway, when I first moved there, I had to wait about 3 weeks to get my internet hooked up. Then I decided to move again. This time, not a jet subsidized apartment, but I decided to go out on my own and we rented a house. I called it a haunted house, and I still think it was. I actually filmed the house and I was gonna upload to show you the tour of that house. Unfortunately, somehow all the footage got erased, which gives me more reason to believe that the house was haunted. It didn't want anyone to see what it looked like. Anyway, I'll talk about that more a little bit later. But at the time, it took another 2 to 3 weeks to get my internet hooked up. Then I got it hooked up and it worked for like 2 weeks, and then suddenly it went down. And no matter what I tried, it wouldn't go back up, so I lost internet again for like another 2 or 3 weeks. Then I finally got it fixed and got it running. However, a week later, I decided to move out of that house and move into the apartment I'm in now. So you're wondering, why did this guy move like 3 times in 3 months? This is the first house. You probably saw this in my apartment tour video. This is the first place where I lived. And as you can see, there's nothing here really, except a few houses and some factories. There's 2 reasons why I moved out of here. One is obviously there's nothing around here, so it's too far from everything. And I didn't have a car at the time. And luckily there was no snow, so I could take the buses, but now it's really hard to get around from here, especially to go to work. And the second, and I think the main reason, is Miho, my wife. She got a job closer to the city area of my town, so she would have to commute on 3 different buses to get to work. So instead, we decided to move. This is the building where I used to live. Very pretty, isn't it? So we decided to move to a location a little bit closer. And that's when I found out about the house. A friend of a friend told us about it, and we moved in because it was perfect. It was close to where I wanted to be, and it was really cheap rent. Everything was going good until winter came. If you look over there in the distance, that is the city hall. That's where I work when I don't have class. So the house I lived in was just behind here. Now here's the first problem. This street leads straight to my house, which would be great because I could just drive into the parking lot, right? But unfortunately, this building here claims that this street is theirs. I was not allowed to drive on this part to get to my spot. So I couldn't get in from here, so I had to get in from all the way over there. But because it's so narrow, I'd have to reverse all the way from there to here, which sucks. And my second problem was where to put all this snow that usually piles up. Each house in Hokkaido usually comes with something that looks like a well. There's water in it, and pretty much you dump all the snow in there. However, my house was the only house on the street that didn't have a well, so I couldn't dump there. And that person said I could use their well, but it was always full. So I couldn't use this well, I couldn't use that well. I couldn't put it there because that belonged to the building, so I decided to put it on this side, and you can see the hill. That's where all my snow went. Unfortunately, that's the backyard of these people, and they didn't want the snow there either. So the only solution I had was to build a trail all the way down there and put it at the back of the house. So I was shoveling every day about 2 or 3 hours a day to make sure all of this was clear and drag it all the way to the back of the house. Now, the final thing about this house, which a lot of you are gonna laugh at, is that I think it was haunted. I wish I had the footage to show you, but like I said, it was lost. And you guys probably remember me mentioning something called ghost semen. Well, what it was in the kitchen, on the wall. One day there was nothing. Then the next day we woke up and there was a big, long, it was like a brown, gooey liquid rolling down the wall. There was no trace from where that liquid started. There was no hole. One day while we were watching TV, we heard like banging noises, and when I went into the bathroom, a whole bunch of tiles had fallen into the tub, which made no sense because the water wasn't on and we didn't do anything to the tiles, they just fell on their own. Finally, there was a basement. It's probably the scariest basement I've ever seen. It's really dark, there's no lighting, and it's all cement, and there's these weird boards, wooden boards with gravel underneath, and it looks like dead bodies have been buried there. And Maple keeps digging in a specific spot, but I keep stopping him because I think he's gonna dig up some bones. Now I'm back to living in an apartment. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, and it's a little small, but it's newer, it stays warm, there's a parking spot, and I don't have to shovel at all. That's the city hall where I work when I'm not at school, and I live in this building. It looks kind of ghetto, but it's not bad. The best thing about it is this parking lot is taken care of by the city, and since I live in a sheltered area, I don't have to worry about shoveling snow. So there's the door and the genkan, and my shoes and gloves and all that stuff is in there. And right over here, there is my, I guess, a washroom, the sink area, this area where the washing machine is. In here is the bath. And in here is the toilet room. And here is my living room. There's my stove. There's my dog. TV. Kotatsu. I'm gonna get a microwave stand soon. My couch. And it's connected to the kitchen. So when you open this, it's an empty tatami room. But our beds are in here. This giant closet holds not only Miho's stuff, but also holds our futons where we sleep. Okay, now this other room is still a work in progress. Here's my computer desk, and I'll get a computer chair soon. That's my closet space, where I keep all my clothes and random junk. That's my guitar, which I don't know how to play. And whoa, hello, there's my calendar. I know I said I was gonna announce the winners in the next video. However, since I have no internet, I don't have access to my YouTube email, and I don't want to miss some people by accident. However, I should be back on by the middle of January, and then I will choose a winner. I promise. I guess this was a quick update about my life, my internet situation, and my apartment situation all rolled into one. Plus, I got a haircut. Thanks for watching. Feel free to thumbs up if you like my video. Also, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Take care. Peace.